So once again, I want to welcome each and every one of us to this School of Transformational Leadership Certified Training Program. We want to appreciate our first speaker for that wonderful and thorough teaching. In this session, we want to look at the 12 indisputable core values of a transformational leaders. When we say 12 indisputable core values, we are talking about certain values that a transformational leader must possess that you cannot debate about. In other words, you cannot call yourself a transformational leader if you don't possess these core values. These values just have to be there. If you see anybody that is parading himself or herself as a transformational leader, and you cannot find these 12 essential core values operational within them, please note that such a leader is not a transformational leader. And when we are talking about the 12 indisputable core values of a transformational leader, we are talking about the structural pillars that bound a transformational leader together. These are the things, these are the structure, these are the system that holds a transformational leader together. Without these core values, a transformational leader cannot be in place. If you see anybody outside and you can see these values in them, then I can assure you that you have found a transformational leader. When we are talking about a transformational leader, there are two inseparable sides of a transformational leader. These two inseparable sides, they are like the two sides of a coin of a transformational leader. And they are the reliability of the leader and the ability to determine the precision of the destination, which I call the law of the compass. Anytime you want to identify a transformational leader, apart from the 12 core values, there is these two inseparable sides of every transformational leader. Every transformational leader must of necessity be a reliable leader. You cannot talk about leadership without talking about reliability. A leader just have to be reliable. And I believe there is no one that wants somebody who is not reliable to lead them. And I call them the two inseparable sides of a coin. When you pick up a coin, there is always two sides to every coin. You have the head, you have the tail. Reliability and accurate knowledge, or what I call precision of destination, are the two inseparable sides or the two sides of a coin of a transformational leader. And like we said, a transformational leader must be reliable. It's one of the core values, the 12 indisputable core values of a transformational leader. The number one of it is that a transformational leader must be reliable. In other words, a transformational leader must be trustworthy. So the first core values of a transformational leader is trustworthiness. A transformational leader must be a reliable and a trustworthy leader. And You know that there are different uh, concepts or synonyms that we can use to describe the reliability or the trustworthiness of a leader. One of it is that a leader must be dependable. You don't want a leader that you cannot depend upon. And if you must be a transformational leader, you have to be a leader that can be depended upon. Another synonym for trustworthiness of a transformational leader is that a leader must be honest. You see, these things are very basic. In this session, what we are teaching you is about the basics of a transformational leader or of a transformational leader. A leader must be dependable, he must be honest. A leader that is not honest is not fit to be a leader. He may call himself or herself other names, but such a leader is not a leader in the true sense of it. And we can see that a lot of people that are parading themselves as leaders in our contemporary society, if you gauge them through this, uh, uh, through these, um, uh, through these qualities, you will discover that they do not really match up. A transformational leader must be dependable, he must be honest, he must be honorable. You see, some leaders, the way they carry themselves, they do not carry themselves in an honorable manner. They do not carry themselves in a way that you would think of them as a dignified leader. But if you must be a transformational leader, you must think of yourself as somebody that is honorable. And when you think of yourself as somebody that is honorable, you must understand that the way you carry yourself, the way you relate with people, the way you talk to people, the way you engage with people must be in such a way that it depicts the honorable aspect of a leader. Another synonyms is that you must be a transformational leader must be worthy of trust. People must be able uh, to put confidence in you. They must be able to say, no matter what, come rain, come sunshine, I am always willing, always ready to go with leader A or with leader B. People must be able to bank on your trustworthiness. A transformational leader must be full of integrity. You cannot be up today and down tomorrow. A transformational leader, in other words, must be predictable. People must be able to predict your behaviors. People must be able to vouch for you. People must be able to attest to your behavior. You must be full of integrity. Then also, another synonyms is that a transformational leader must be credible. You must be credible. How do you build credibility? You build credibility by being consistent. People can see your consistency. That there is no ups and down in the way you conduct yourself. There is consistency. People can predict what you can do from point A to point B. There must be that consistency for you to build credibility. And of course, another synonyms is that a transformational leader must be authentic, which means you must be true to yourself. Not only true to yourself, you must be true to the people that you lead. People must be able to see you the way you are. A transformational leader must not be pretentious. You must not be somebody in the public and a different person in the private. You must be authentic, and people must be able to say certain things about you. And of course, part of being authentic as a leader is that as a leader, you must always be willing to be vulnerable. That is part of being authentic. You are not just projecting yourself as a leader that does not make mistake. You are not presenting yourself as a leader that is faultless or that is flawless. You are authentic, you are true to yourself, and you are true to the people that you are leading. Another synonyms of trustworthiness is that a leader must be believable. People must be able to believe what you say. You must not say A and do B. People must be able to rely on what you say. People must be able to believe that you will do what you say and that you will say what you will do. Another thing, synonym of a transformational leader, talking about the trustworthiness of a transformational leader, is that a leader must be ethical. Your sense of adjudging what is right or wrong must be such that it is able to inspire people. You must be ethical. You mustn't you mustn't be a leader who is unethical. You must be able to do the right thing at all time. You are not just doing the right thing when people are watching you, but you are also doing the right thing when people are not looking in your area. You must be ethical. Another synonym is that a transformational leader must be steadfast. You have to continue to keep on keeping on. You have to ensure that you follow through your plan. You have to ensure that any goal that you set for yourself, they are achieved. You are able to follow through your plan, and you are not a leader that is always ready to quit, even at the slightest uh, uh, provocation, or at the slightest maybe somebody is distracting you, or somebody is telling you that it cannot be done, but you are steadfast, you are ready to keep on holding on until that goal is achieved. Another thing, another synonym is that a leader, a transformational leader, must be convincing. You must be able to convince others that what you are doing is the right thing to do. And you must be able to have this kind of disposition that gives the people that you are leading the belief that it can be done. And another thing is that as a transformational leader, you must be unchanging. You must be consistent. You must be predictable. You are not like water who is hot today, cold tomorrow, frozen the next day. You are just stable. People can predict you. You are not unpredictable. So the second core value of a transformational leader uh, is that a transformational leader must be such that possess the precision of their destination. A transformational leader must possess accurate knowledge and precision of where is leading his or her people. You see, nobody wants to follow a leader who does not know where he or she is going. For people to respect you as a transformational leader, you must know where you are going. And in fact, what qualifies you to be called a leader is that in the first place, you know where you are going. You are able to determine your destination. And not only able to determine your destination, you are also able and willing to carry other people to follow you to reach that destination. As a transformational leader, you must have a vision with correctness and definiteness. There mustn't be any assumption in what you are doing. You must not be a leader that is always assuming things. You must be exact. You must be precise. You must be definite. You must be able to know that this is where we are going. And that is not to say that you know every details of how to get there. The point we are making is that you know where you are going and you are ready to take people to that destination. And of course, along the way, you can now begin to discover certain things that you need to do along the way that will take you to that destination. Another thing about the precision of the core value of a transformational leader is that as a transformational leader, you must be able to achieve this preciseness by being meticulous. In other words, you are able to put details to where you are going. You are able to put plans together, and you are able to pull people together to say that this is where you are going, and you are ready and willing to take the journey on a step-by-step basis. You must be able to achieve the preciseness of your destination by being meticulous. The meticulous there means being able to put details to your plan. And I want to say here that trustworthiness and precision of destination are the two inseparable requirements for being a good guide or a good leader. Now, the third indisputable core value of a transformational leader is that a transformational leader must acknowledge the value of being teachable by understanding that he does not know it all. And I believe that this is one of the failures of many leaders. A lot of leaders believe that they know it all. Being a leader doesn't mean you know everything. Being a leader simply means that you acknowledge your shortcomings, that you acknowledge your own deficiency, and you are teachable enough to be able to know what you don't know. So as a transformational leader, you must be able to acknowledge where you are not 100% at your best, and you are willing to bend down and learn the certain qualities that will take you to that greater height that you desire. As a transformational leader, you must understand that you must always have a reference point for every of your action. You must have a reference point. You are not just taking action out of the blues. You are not just taking action just because you feel this is what is right. You must have precedence. You must be able to have people that you are referencing, people you are pointing to, certain ideas that you have gained from somewhere that is serving as a reference point for you in the decision that you are making. Another aspect of the humility of a transformational leader is that you must seek for counsel before you make major life-related decisions. And this is where a lot of people miss it in life. They don't want to seek counsels. They don't want to seek help when it is obvious that they need the help uh, of people who have gone ahead of them. But if you must succeed as a transformational leader, you must be such that is willing to seek counsel from people who have gone through the same path that you are about to tread. Another aspect of the humility of a transformational leader is that you must check your inner motive when making decisions that affect people's life. Your inner motive is very, very crucial. You mustn't do things just because you want to make a name for yourself. You must always understand that you are not just looking for what is good for you, you are also looking for what is good for other people. You are looking for what is good for the team members that you are leading. So you must be able to check your inner motive, whether what you are thinking within you is right or wrong. You must be able to check whether the action you are about to take is going to be in the best interest of the people that you are leading. Because we are talking about you taking actions that will affect people's life. And if you can't judge your motive right, uh, then it means that you are going to lead the people wrongly, and you don't want to do that. So you must be able to check your inner motive. Another aspect of the humility of a transformational leader is that as a transformational leader, you must be able to view life from the Creator's perspective. I am one of those who always believe in the grand design of life. I believe that this life that we are living in has a grand design, and there is a grand designer for the life that we are living. So everything we must do as a transformational leader, we must always view it from the perspective of the grand designer. There is a purpose for everything. There is a reason for everything. There is a why for every occasion. And you must be able to see life from that perspective. What is the purpose of my leadership? Why am I in leadership? So we must be able to view things from the Creator's perspective. Another aspect of the humility of a transformational leader is that a transformational leader must not be presumptuous, but he must be able to verify all things. You must not just assume that this is where things should be. You must be able, through diligent effort, to ascertain the authenticity of every action that you are taking. We must verify everything. We must not just do things because other people are doing it. We must not do things just because we feel it is the right thing to do. We must be able to verify whether it is actually the right thing to do at that time. Another indisputable core value of a transformational leader is that a transformational leader must be self-aware. Self-awareness. That is another important uh, core value of a transformational leader. A transformational leader must be open enough to acknowledge his weakness and shortcomings when necessary. There are a lot of people today who cannot stand their own weaknesses. They want to hide their weaknesses. They want to they want to pretend they don't have shortcomings. They want to put a superficial face to everything that they do. They don't want people to know that they are already weak in one area or the other. But the truth of the matter is, whether you like it or not, people already know your weakness as a leader. People already know where you are not 100% at your best as a leader. So as a transformational leader, you must understand that one of the core areas you must work upon is in the area of your self-awareness. You must understand what your weaknesses are. And not that you are trying to overcome your weakness, because your weakness cannot be overcome. They can be managed, but they cannot be overcome. It is always better to improve on your strength than to work on your weakness. It's just for you to be aware of them. And I believe that the best possible solution to profile in your area of weakness is to look for leaders that are stronger than you, to look for team members that are smarter, that are better than you in that area of weakness, and position them for success in that area. Self-awareness means that we must also demonstrate the awareness of the Creator, of the Creator's ownership of all things in the universe. There are some people who doesn't believe there is a God somewhere, but I do believe there is a God somewhere who controls everything in the universe. So one of your self-awareness is that you are able to demonstrate that there is somebody who is working behind the scene to make things right on our behalf. So I want to move to the next slide, which is the validation of motive is another indisputable core value of a transformational leader. Although I've mentioned a bit of that in the area where I said that as a transformational leader, you must be able to judge your inner motive. The question a transformational leader must always ask himself is, why am I doing what I'm doing? You always want to ask yourself that question. Why am I doing what I am doing? And the second question you want to ask yourself is, who am I doing what I'm doing for? Is it for me? Is it for God? Or is it for my team members? And I believe that asking these critical questions are what validates your motives as a leader or as a transformational leader. Why am I doing what I'm doing? You must be able to ask yourself that question and provide an answer to it. The second one is, who am I doing what I'm doing for? Are you doing it for yourself, to gain glory for yourself? Are you doing it for others, to make other people better? Are you doing it for the glory of God, for the name of God to be glorified? So you must be able to validate your motive. And a transformational leader must understand that, because your motive matters. The reason why you do everything you do is very, very important. In fact, they are what is going to judge you whether you are going to be a good leader or a bad leader. And I encourage you to always purify your motives in prayers and align it to your original purpose in life. You see, whether you are a Christian or you are a non-Christian, It doesn't really matter when it comes to purifying your motives in prayer, because one thing I have discovered that in every religion of the world, uh, one thing is very common and very central in every religion of the world. I have not seen a religion where they don't pray. So you want to purify your motives by tabling it in prayer and align your motive with your original purpose in life. Another indisputable core value of a transformational leader is that a transformational leader, or if you aspire to become a transformational leader, you must shun what I call unhealthy comparison. You must shun it uh, with everything that you've got inside of you. A transformational leader must not engage in unhealthy rivalry or vain competition with other people. You must not use other people as your yardstick for performance. Rather, you must always make your previous results as a yardstick for your future results. The best way to grow as a transformational leader, or the best way to grow as a leader, is not to put yourself side by side other people. Rather, the best way to grow as a leader is to judge yourself by the outputs that you produced yesterday. You want to judge your today's productivity against your output of yesterday, and you want to judge your productivity tomorrow against your output today. That is how you want to grow as a leader. You don't want to be comparing yourself with leader B or with leader C. You want to remain true to yourself, and you want to be the best possible version of yourself, because those who compare themselves with others, in my own judgment, are not always wise. So you want to be in competition with yourself, not with other people. Another indisputable core value of a transformational leader is that a transformational leader must be able to walk alongside others. You must be able to walk alongside others. You are not walking ahead of them. You are not somewhere over the top of the mountain, you know, commanding people or dishing out instruction for what people should be doing, but rather you are ready to walk alongside them. You are ready to take the journey with them. And there are three core responsibilities of a transformational leader. A transformational leader nurtures people, and by nurturing people, we mean they care for people. And that is one of your core responsibility as a transformational leader. You must be able to groom people. You must be able to nurture people. You must be able to grow people. You must be able to tend people. You must be able to care for people. And you are not just doing that, you are also able to equip people. You are also able to provide support. You are able to provide resources for them that will make them better in their leadership journey. In other words, you are able to train people to become a leader in their own right. And you are not only nurturing, equipping them, you are also empowering them. And by empowerment, I mean you are able to release them to become a leader in their own right. You are able to send them forth to go and display all the leadership training that they've enjoyed under your mentorship. So a leader, a transformational leader, Do all the threes by working alongside people. The only way you can nurture, equip, and empower people is when you decide to work alongside them. You are willing to take the journey with them. You are willing to motivate them when it is necessary. You are willing to model leadership to them when it is necessary. You are willing to mentor them. And you are willing to provide evaluation, to provide feedback for their leadership action. So when you are able to do all these three, then it means you are ready to work alongside the people, taking the journey with them. So a transformational leader do not stay above people. You do not stay ahead of them. You take the journey with them. And that is what you want to do as a transformational leader. Another core value of a transformational leader is that a transformational leader does not take credit for his leadership ability or giftedness. I have seen uh, quite a number of leaders who ascribe their leadership ability and giftedness to how smart they have been. They've ascribed their leadership ability to to the work, to the great work that they have uh, done all by themselves and for themselves. But a leader, a transformational leader, does not take that credit for himself. We must not be delusional as a transformational leader, thinking that our leadership ability uh, was primarily our own and for our own selfish end. Instead, we must realize that our leadership ability was given to us to benefit others and to preserve posterity. We are not gifted as a leader so that we can show off, so that people can know how important that we are, so that people can know that we are different from other people. No, the reason why we have leadership ability is so that we can use it to better the society. We can use it to change our society, so that we can use it to preserve our posterity for ourselves. So we are not taking credit for what we are able to do through our leadership giftedness, but rather we know that we have this gifting to be able to help the society that we belong. Another core value of a transformational leader is that a transformational leader must always be a source of inspiration to other people. A transformational leader must always be a source of inspiration to other people. Uh, a transformational leader is primarily a life giver. You are a life giver. You are to give life to people. You are not supposed to suck life out of people. You are supposed to inspire people. You are supposed to motivate people into action, into taking action. As a transformational leader, you must be able to provide inspiration to others so that they can accomplish great things for themselves, like you have done. That is what your goal should be as a transformational leader. You want to motivate them into taking action, into accomplish great things for themselves and for the larger good of the society, just like you have done. Uh, so the life of a transformational leader is likened to a spectacle through which common people can see what is possible in their own life too. And that is what a transformational leader does. It is to provide inspiration for other people so that they can learn from your own leadership ability. Another aspect or another core value of a transformational leader is that a transformational leader must crave a modest instead of a luxurious life. And the watchword of a transformational leader is modesty and satisfaction. As a transformational leader, you must not be extravagant in your disposition. You must always encourage modesty. And modesty is one thing that is lacking in our society today. Because what I see around is that there are too many leaders that wants to live a luxurious life. They want to live an extravagant life. But a genuine and true transformational leader does not want to project that kind of life, but rather you want to present yourself as somebody that is modest, that is you are just you are just right. Uh, People are just able to see what a true leader, what they are able to see the picture of what a true leader should be, and you offer yourself and you present yourself as an object of that look-alike leader. So a transformational leader must pursue inner peace above recklessness and extravagant lifestyle. I believe that should be the goal of every transformational leader. We must pursue inner peace above trying to be reckless and uh, trying to look too powerful or too extravagant in our disposition. The key word is to pursue modesty, satisfaction, and inner peace. Another core value of a transformational leader is that a transformational leader must be able to handle criticism skillfully. A transformational leader is adept in evaluating positive criticism from demoralizing criticism. You must be able to differ the difference between the two. Because whether you like it or not, criticism is not always bad. Some can help transformational leaders to redirect their life when they go wrong. There are some criticism that can be useful to you as a transformational leader. So the skill that you need to develop as a leader is the ability to be able to evaluate criticism that are positive from the one that are destructive. And that is what you want your goal to be as a transformational leader. Because in the midst of criticism, a transformational leader can often discover certain actions that needs to be taken so that they can get it right. Because as a leader, we don't always get it right. But in the midst of criticism, criticism can be so helpful sometimes that in such a way that they help us to redirect our path. So criticism can help a transformational leader to take a detour to their ultimate destination. You may have been going in one way, but because of certain criticism, you decided to take another route. That is not to say you are not still going to your destination, but what you have only done is that you have taken a detour to your journey, to your ultimate destination. And that is what you want to do as a transformational leader. You want to handle criticism skillfully. You want to discern the good one from the bad one. and you want to uh, take good criticism and use it to your own maximum advantage. And of course, my advice to you as a transformational leader is when you come across a demoralizing criticism, what you simply do is to ignore such criticism. So, another core value of a transformational leader is that a transformational leader helps others to grow in their leadership journey. A transformational leader helps others to grow in their leadership journey. The ultimate dream of a transformational leader is to help others to become his climbing companion, for them to reach the summit of their calling in life. You want to be able to help other people to take that journey that you have taken as a transformational leader. You are not wishing that people don't understand your secret, because I have seen some leaders who believe that their secrets of being a good leader should be kept only to themselves. They don't want to expose other people to the same secret that they have learned, because they fear that the people they are leading might, in the process, become better than they are. And my own idea is this: as a leader, your joy should be that those you are leading should be better than you. If those you are leading are not better than you, then it shows you are not as effective as you should be as a leader. The goal of every leader is to see the people they are leading to even be able to lead better than they are leading. So your ultimate goal must be to raise other climbing companions that can even surpass your own achievement, and help them to reach the pinnacle of their own calling. Helping others grow is only possible when the transformational leader is growing himself through books and other relevant resource material. So if you want to grow other people, if you want to help other people to grow, that can only be made possible when you as a leader is growing. You see, when a leader is not growing, it is impossible for the people that is leading to grow. When a leader is growing, the people you are leading will be growing, the organization you are leading will be growing, and everybody will be growing. So for you to help people, you have to continue to grow as a leader. You have to continue to stretch yourself as a leader. In conclusion, the indisputable core values taught in this lesson are the fundamental driving force of a transformational leader. The good news is that you too can develop these values and excel in your leadership journey by practicing them. That is the good thing uh, about developing these core values. The good news is that you can excel. The only way you can excel in them is by actually practicing these values. You have to keep doing it, and I pray that we will all get there by the special grace of God. So, therefore, we have come to the end of this session. We want to thank everyone who has participated, and hopefully we'll be able to see everyone next week by the special grace of God. Thank you. Bye-bye.